Sup, it's Sydney and
her mom.
There's been this trend that's been going around for quite some time now, and I did one of these videos last year. But I thought it would be fun to include my mother because she tells it exactly like it is, even if it's low-key painful.
I'd be telling the truth.
Not that...
Oh, yeah. Not that she doesn't. I won't probably sugarcoat it. Sometimes I've been told I'm not good like that.
Me either. We're both remarkably blunt, so when you combine us together, you get...
deadly.
I asked you guys on Instagram to leave your assumptions. Follow me if you're not already. But I said don't hold back, and like, I was serious about that, but my mom is also here, but y'all did not hold back. Let's begin.
Let's begin.
Your sense of humor is caused by trauma.
Well, I think it could be a combination
of
just, I think,
trauma and
trauma. You have a personality like me, definitively genuine, hands down, but I think the way we try to portray and get our feelings out there might be through a bit of sarcasm. The trauma has helped.
The trauma and sarcasm has been passed down by our ancestors and gone through many generations, starting at our forefathers, and now here we are. You're actually adopted.
No. She isn't. I sometimes wonder because I feel like that don't look a lot like me. I did see them come through the birth canal, so I'm very confident that all three of these crazies that I have are mine. The better qualities, their sparkling personality, their sarcasm, their fun, all comes from me. Ding. Oh, and smarts too, of course.
Okay, let's not sell ourselves short here, okay. There was a short stint in my life where I tried to convince my sister that she was adopted, but she's not an idiot because we look exactly alike, so instead I just went with we're sending her to military school.
We even had like the shirts picked out with the khaki shorts. Needless to say, she cried.
That's probably where her humor came from. The trauma from us this time.
Yes, well, it was more her. I actually made her stop.
I politely asked her if I could do this prank on Sam because she was being big bratty and her ego bubble needed to be popped just a little, but then I took it too far, I will agree. I designed a shirt logo. You were a hoe in high school / slept around a lot.
Oh, wow. No, unfortunately. Sorry for most of you. She's like a 30-year-old in like a 15-year-old body and then was 35 at 16 and it goes on and on from there.
You are, aka me, the bad woman of the house.
Yeah. She sometimes, I think, is on her a little bit of a pedestal.
I think I get it from you, if I'm being honest. Not necessarily the pedestal part, but like the part, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the little feisty attitude.
Pretty much everyone does what they're supposed to do in this household. And it doesn't...
Or else. Just
and
kidding.
It never even has to come to that. I mean, I can still count to Sam and she will like by 2 be like well on her way to doing whatever I've told her to do.
Whenever we were younger, if we didn't want to do something like go to bed or whatever, she would just start counting, and if she got to 3, I don't know what would happen because she never got to 3, but I mean something bad sounded like it was gonna happen.
1, 2. Yeah.
This one's kind of for you. You regret letting Sid's boyfriend and bestie move in.
Oh my gosh, there would never be a regret.
Regret.
Yes. In fact, we are so sad that Emily had to leave us, which we totally understand. She needs to like see her family.
Does she? This won't be a quick answer. You blame the divorce on your mom.
No.
Not at all.
No. It was for them to figure out how the pieces fell, and it went
Thanks
from there.
to the big brain you gave me.
Yes.
Connected those dots. That's girl power. You wish people didn't comment about your boyfriend's face in your last video.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I spent a lot of time on that video and I made like an editing mistake by including it, and then all of the comments were just about that, and I was like, I messed up.
I know, and she didn't even notice it until we were all watching it and we were like, ooh.
I just feel like if he chooses to keep it private and then I choose to respect that, that everyone else should too, but I know that's not how it is. I was just big sad. You actually curse a lot when not filming.
And it drives me crazy because I'm not much of a bad wordy person. If we would have to say something she got from her dad, that is definitely something she got from her dad.
You're actually the reincarnation of Einstein planning to take over the world with Sam as head chairman. I would say no to this one for one reason. Why do you think it is?
You wouldn't make Sam head chairman.
Yeah, I would make him happy head chairman. You will fight anyone who comes at your family because you love them that much.
Absolutely. She'll come get you.
She will too.
And
Team.
she will be the first to be delete to anyone.
You're open about everything with your mum.
Yes. Well, I think so. I guess I wouldn't know, right? If she's not, but I would say yes. I think we've always had a relationship and I've tried that with all my kids. With communication is key. I would rather know something if something was wrong or you did something that you thought
Bad.
you might get in trouble for.
I will always call my mom up and have a 45-minute conversation on the way back from class.
When someone annoys her on the way to and from school, I hear about that. They're all good. The bagel place wasn't open at the business building. That's so annoying. I mean, these are like life facts.
After every exam, no matter how I think it goes, I'll call my mom and just tell her everything. I'm like,
Yeah, question 17, I wasn't feeling too good about. It was split between two answers.
She takes her test late, so it's like midnight when she calls me. I'm like, oh God,
Got me spinning like a ballerina.
I try to answer them.
you have a unique sense of humor that not everyone gets right away.
Well, it kind of makes me sad, but that's me. That was my sense of humor. It's hard to get to know because she genuinely loves you and cares about you. It's a sensitivity factor.
It's not like I say things that are overly offensive. It's just that some people can't take the mini roasts and other people think it's funny and they'll just like throw them right back at me, which is my intent. I would rather have someone tell me the truth to my face than sugarcoat it and then I face the consequences for it later.
Yeah, or you hear behind your back.
Yeah,
that-
I can pretty much figure out through body language and visual cues if I crossed over the line or not. And then I try to fix it. But I do think that my sense of humor definitely comes across the wrong way sometimes with people. Penn State wasn't your first choice.
Penn State was her first choice at different times of her life.
My mom lived in Virginia, in Northern Virginia. Penn State for a long time was her #1 choice. She was always drawn to it. It was the only school she applied to and the one that she went to. So it was just different for me because my life kind of just went like this for what I wanted to do for so long.
Right.
So sometimes Penn State made sense and then other times like going to Florida and going really far away made sense. And then I happened to go with Penn State and I could not be happier with my decision.
Right.
You have high expectations of yourself and are too hard on yourself.
Yes.
Oops. It's hard to just not be hard on yourself sometimes, just because in a lot of things, your efforts are so easily quantified. Like if you think about school, you know, you do this much for a test and you get this grade. And so it's hard when you're not getting the grades that you want necessarily to not look at yourself and be like, it's all my fault. That's definitely been one of my greater struggles throughout life, and that's what I rely a lot on my mom for, because I'll tell her stuff and she'll be like,
brilliant, incredible, amazing.
I assume you're at least 3 drinks deep at Penn State games.
I would have a tough time answering that.
You don't know?
I don't know. Most of the time you go in early and she's all about the game,
Yeah, no.
being part of the game.
I thought this would be an easy answer.
So I would say no.
For me, this is a real easy answer. No. I am there for the game. Like, everyone else that's there might not be there for the game, and they might be like, and they're the ones that are asking what a third down is, but I am there for the game. My freshman year, the whiteout game, there was some boys around me that were just not doing well, and they were just swaying on the bleachers, and then one of them
Fell on me.
and guess what? I'm there for the game, and if you fall on me, I can't see the game. So I was very upset by that, and I feel like everyone should just control themselves and focus on the real reason why they should be there. The football. Your freshman roomie wasn't really that bad.
I give her a lot of kudos because I kept telling her, and I'm a pretty much like,
chill.
if they were in a sport, they needed to stay in the sport. If they committed to an activity, you committed to the activity and you finished it out.
But she
whatever.
was like,
But
move the frick out.
When we ended up with all of the fish and oh my gosh, it was just.
You know, when I had to watch their betta fish over break, 2 different betta fish plus my own betta fish, because they were just gonna leave them there to starve. The night before I was leaving for winter break, they were like,
Hey, can you watch these?
they didn't even buy them the right food.
No.
They didn't care about them at all. They didn't check in one single time. They didn't say thank you when I brought them back. And guess what? They were dead a week later because they got sick of them and just. You didn't tell your mom about your boyfriend right away.
You didn't.
No, you just freaking guessed. The day that my boyfriend and I started dating, we were traveling to go to Disney. She picked me up and we were driving to the airport and she was like, something seems weird about you. And I was like, and she was like, who are you texting like all the time? Like, you're a freaking loner. Like, what are you doing? And then I was like,
I found out about the boy because I was fake sleeping in the back of the car and was eavesdropping on them.
So I guess everyone just knew. I'm not great at keeping things a secret. You're really mean to your siblings when the camera is not there.
False.
Thank you.
I have an exceptionally close group of kiddos.
What
Even
can we
my
say?
extended kiddos at the Penn State branch campus.
You hate frats/sororities.
Yes, she does.
I didn't think you were gonna just flat out say yes. No,
I could still go to a frat party. I think that would be fun.
it's not that I don't like the idea of frats and sororities. I just hate what they've become at certain schools. You are the type of person to say, oh, I failed this assignment, and then end up with a 100%.
She is absolutely that person.
It's not my fault that I have test anxiety. Like, I genuinely go into an exam and I'm like, this is horrible. I'm doing so poorly. And then I get it back and it just turns out that my test anxiety pushed me to getting a good grade.
Like, there's a difference between like thinking you're failing and getting like a B than saying, oh my God, I failed. And then you're like, oops, I got 97.
You do crack on the weekends.
Unless they mean popcorn.
Although
No.
I may seem like a stoner to people, which I don't really get that. Maybe it's just my voice or like the way that I don't care, but no.
No.
I don't even know how to fake it.
It's like, did you just, what did you do?
Those are all of the assumptions that we had. Thank you guys for asking them, even though my mom is a little bit scarred now. If you enjoyed this video, what can they do, Mom?
Give it a
Thumbs
2
up.
thumbs up.
2, not just 1.
No, 2. I want 2.
We truly
We
enjoy
love
reading the comments. Probably someone in this household, if not everyone, is gonna see it. So if that's not an incentive, I don't know what is. Ooh, wait, oh, are we done? Ooh,
Ooh.
yeet. Ah.